Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Drive 2 where we're about to be attacked by these crystals who for some reason have taken against us. They've got two crystal shards and we've created two of these aggressors, which are basically the stock ships at the start of the game, and let's see how we get on. So this is combat, so actually we've got a star base involved as well. Well, we can't withdraw, so let's fight. Okay, so the battles are real time in this game, so what I'm going to do is I'll pull back my little ships because I can't imagine they're going to survive for very long. We'll see if the station can take some of the incoming fire, and then hopefully we'll have the firepower to bring them down, but let's see. Where are they? Okay, in they come. So the station's firing already, so that's good. Gosh, the barrage is loud. Okay, let's see whether we can do anything. Graphics are really nice. This station does remind me of, I think it was in Galactic Civilizations, similar stations, but obviously you can change the look of whatever you wanted in that game anyway. How are we getting on? Oh yeah, we've got one down. Great. There's our station. Certainly doing some damage. There we go. Okay, so we actually we dealt with that pretty well, I think. Yeah, the station, I mean, certainly dished out a lot more than it took. So and these little aggressors have gained some commendations. So that was cool. Obviously, just the first battle of the game, you know, it kind of. Not really a great test. So we have examined the wreckage, or perhaps the corpse would be a better term, of the defeated red crystal, and this examination has revealed two incredible facts. First, that the entities are capable of generating their own subspace fields using some sort of resonance within their own crystalline structures. But this discovery pales in comparison to our second discovery. These particular crystals are wired up with some sort of electronic harness. More shockingly, the harness uses components that are clearly of our own creation. Some components even bear serial numbers that can be traced to our home world. So clearly there's more going on. And we've got, I think, the wreckage over, well, not wreckage, the sort of crystal anomaly over here that we can go explore in due course. Now then, we're not building anything on Earth. Let us get one of those xenomines to really boost production, which, excuse me, excuse me. So if you think we've got 12 production, another 3 per worker is, you know, that is a very material gain. Do we want to increase food production? No, I think we're okay on that. So let's exit that world. And we did have another colony set up, and yeah, 32 turns. So nothing being constructed. So I'm wondering whether we do actually need to ship out some colonists or some food. Let's go with the xenomine for now, because more production will give us more options in a shorter space of time. Let's redirect this explorer to go and find out what's going on with this anomaly. And this one's coming back to refuel. Okay, I don't think there's anything we need to do on the research front. No, we're going with fusion power to try and give us a bit more oomph in our ships. Okay, so a mysterious traveller. Been hailed by a ship, and they've given us a technology. Oh, that we're currently researching. Oh, that's very good. That's right. I'm very glad we went on fusion now. So, do we want? I think I've got to go with fighter bays. You know, let's get a bit of Battlestar Galactica going on here. Can we actually view this? Yes. Okay, so the worlds aren't too exciting, but you wonder whether we should perhaps grab it just to give us kind of a sort of a jumping off point to the rest. Though these Chuck are not friendly at all, so we need to be on our guard. Let's carry on a bit because we've got. Okay, yeah. And end the turn there. I do need to get into the ship designer and show you that as well, because that's one of the strongest parts of this game. But no point in doing that really yet until we can build it and implement those designs. So let's hang on. And I didn't select. No, I did. I didn't select another technology, but of course we went down the fighter bay route, and I'm just having a dull moment, which is not surprising because I've only been up for about 20 minutes. The brain very much still in warm-up mode, but I do have a nice cup of breakfast tea to hopefully help with the process. Shall we go into this? What we'll do is we'll come down this direction and just see what we can see. Oh yeah, just get rid of that message. So we've got this notification center, which is quite useful. I don't know if that was in the base game. Let's just keep cycling the turns as we make some progress. What have they done? So they've got a medium Terran. Oh no! And they've got two medium Terran planet. Oh dear. They're going to be a pain. Oh, and they've managed to get hold of one of these ordnance depots as well. We've got our work cut out for us here. Now then, should we press on? How far? 59, so maybe we could probably get there, but we're not getting back. Let's explore this anomaly. Oh right, so we've got the orders who are these crazy little sort of animals, but they're sort of well, I was going to say a symbiotic race, but they're not really. They're a race of slavers, these machines who enslave these little owls. Again, not a very nice one. Okay, so the wormhole has kind of catapulted us across the well, not entirely across the galaxy. It's jumped us a bit across, and so we have. This must be a construction ship. So at least we've mapped this wormhole now. Maybe before we jump back in, we'll just come this way and see if there's anything at that star. Not that we could really do much. Well, you know, potentially you could get a colonizer here and whip it over here, but I can't imagine that the Chuck will stand for that for long. So we need to build something new. Now then, do we go for research, or do we improve our defenses? Let's go with a construction ship. Actually, I'm just thinking that we can then take a look at whether perhaps we can build a station here to try and get this ordnance depot. Do something. We'll see what our options are. And And what's this? Unexplored. We haven't been down there. It's very odd. Okay. Let's end this turn. Oh. Again, it's very loud. It's very loud. You can't miss it. But maybe that's the point. So the polyps. These are nice little creatures. Yeah. Okay. We don't need to spend too much time on all of this. Very much kind of yeah, based on plants and do sort of bioengineering and that kind of stuff. Organic ships, bit like well, not in such the creatures, but maybe their ships, perhaps a bit akin to the Vorlons in Babylon 5. If you ever watched that. It has, I don't know, some people hate Babylon 5. I was watching Big Bang Theory, and Sheldon, for some reason, hates Babylon 5, but I always really loved it. I thought it was, you know, it's old now, it's very, very dated, but pretty groundbreaking at the time. But anyway, nothing to do here, I don't think. Let's end the turn. Stop talking about Babylon bloody 5. Let's yeah, we'll come back and refuel. So very much reaching the outer limit of what our scouts can reach, which is a shame. I'm wondering whether if we build sort of space stations, can they maybe extend the range of our scouts, or perhaps we just simply have to redesign them. This is a bit of a learning curve for me, as it has been years since I played Star Drive 2, so could well have my backside handed to me in short order. Let's go out this way again. We come down here. Let's get to the point where you know, it doesn't really matter if our ships run out of fuel, because there's you know, they're not really doing anything else either. So having them slow down out in space is not going to be too devastating. Now then, maybe we should have a freighter built, because we need more of them, and it might then allow us to alleviate maybe some of our food problems. So let's go with that. How long will that take me? 4 turns, right? Let's definitely get that. And we've got our constructor built. Let's so annoying. Can we build anything over here? So what's the protocol? Or maybe these asteroids? Well, we can actually go and inhabit the asteroids. Let's go down in this direction. See if any options open up for us. Or maybe we need to design a station. Let's take a look. So we'll get that freighter fleet built, and then I think we should consider designing a better military ship. So they will trade with us, and do you know what? I'm going to go with that deal, because although they're evil little so-and-sos, we could it may help with our relations, and then there's potentially a ganging up on the Chuck to be done. Seeing as they are inevitably going to attack us, we should be thinking about how we're going to deal with them. So anything. So we've constructed that freighter fleet. Great, so we'll go and have a look at that production shortly. Is there anything I can do here? Maybe we need to design something. let's get into the ship design then, which is the one that looks like a ship, I would guess. That's fleet management. Bear with me while I maybe in research. No. Okay, so let's if I go to a planet like Earth, there's production, and we're going to build, edit the roster. Yeah, so this is how we choose them. So I did this in the tutorial as well, so I'm feeling particularly silly for not having the shipyard. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. That was particularly slow of me. Okay, so why don't we build a cruiser type ship? Now then, we got the fusion power, which gives 100 rather than 50, so that was well worth getting. And let's maybe put a couple of those there to give us some power. What engines have we got? Basic engines, well, that's what you'd expect. Can we put some large ones here, and then mediums to the side, and fuel cells? Well, we've got these small ones, so maybe put these fuel cells in the middle here. So we will need ammunition. Again, we'll go with the small ones, and we'll go with a command module, some sensors, we'll add the armor on later. So weapons, what should we go for? Well, I think we want do you want some point defenses? We did research these ion beams as well, so let's maybe we can extend the range of them. So that would give us sort of forward firing weaponry. What if we put some extended arc ones on the side, just to give us weapons that shoot in a good firing arc, potentially with some flak cannons as well. So if we extend the range, or rather extend the arc, we'll have flak defenses all the way around. Do we want to add any more weapons? We've got the power too. Will we just burn through the ordnance too quickly? Oh, actually, the weapon power drain is significant here. So let's go back to systems and look at I think we'll be alright actually, because we've got a surplus of power generation. Yeah, in fact we may have plenty of power. Power capacitor stores the power. That's what we're looking at. So let's put these in, and then we've got some power storage. Do we want to add any nukes? Not really. I'm thinking this is more of a kind of a space superiority ship. other ships can be designed to do specialist roles. So we've got some ordnance on there, we've got our engines, we've got power, we've got command, we've got fuel cells. So fuel capacity is 160. I'm not sure what range that gives us, but we're not planning for this one to go particularly far anyway. And we've got our sensor range, so yeah, let's armor up. And it is obviously slowing us down as we add armor. So the question is whether we kind of keep it light and with low armor, or whether we armor up everything available, every space available. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to go. That is the way I'm going to go. So let's call her the Hopeful. The Hopeful class of ships, and yeah, we attack behavior. I think we want to keep moving, actually. Let's keep moving, and let's try and face the front, because that's where these better sort of ion beams are with their extended range. Okay, let's save. So the ship design has been saved. Just whilst we're in the... do we have any kind of stations? Not by the look of it. Let's close that. If I go back in hull select, what? Oh, I see. So that was already open. So I can't see any actual spaceship, space station type things. So. Okay, well, let's move along. So let's build one of these Hopeful class ships. How long are they going to take? See, 18 turns. Yeah, it's quite an investment, but I think we need to be making that investment now. So freighter summary. So they are trading for us, which is adding to our income, and in fact is taking care of the colony maintenance. So that's good. Let's move our constructor down here. Perhaps it can do something in space that isn't occupied. And scouts are progressing. Oh, no, one scout is progressing. I need to give the other one an order. No, not for the moment, thanks. I know. Yep, okay, we got that. Let's just see how far this ship can get. And yeah, in the meantime I'll bring that one down this way as well. So, have I got any options? Aha, I do now have an option. So I can build a station. So it'll claim the sector as our own. Take 4 turns to build, and I see. Let's get that there. So should I have built? I should have probably built in their territory. I've made an error there. Okay. Well, it's the first playthrough in years, so mistakes are going to be made. But then that supply station would boost our fuel as well. So, yeah, all in all, I see what they've done. They've come to claim this wormhole. Perhaps we should do the same at the other end. Okay, yeah, makes sense. And what are you going to give me? So look at what technologies they've got. Oh, we could then get both technologies for production. Research lab, solar armor. Let's Well, let's try and get that automated rover there. Will you go for that? Oh, there we go. So that gives us 2 options when it comes to increasing the production now. That music is loud. It has to be said. Oh, what have we got this time? More of these red crystalline. Well, we saw them off last time. And in 8 turns we'll have a hopeful. So maybe it'll be a good combat test to put it through its paces. Let's see whether we can get to this anomaly. Oh, great. Let's move our construction ship over to this wormhole, and we'll copy what our opponents are up to. And then we need to pick a new technology. Maybe a bank to improve the income. Not particularly into slave pits. Better ground troops, cloning center, armor, fuel cells could be useful actually. Yeah, let's go with that to give future ships a better range. 23 turns. Oh, they're expanding out. Is it because of these? Is it because of these space stations, or is it because their population is probably going to be romping along, given their 2 Terran worlds? Okay, so an ancient probe. I'll read all of this one out. So, at one point in the past we launched a similar probe. It contains charts indicating the home system of this probe, music, art, and other data showing the biology. Okay, so our people have of late been feeling a strong sense of manifest destiny, the feeling that the stars are ours for the taking, and that indeed the future of our species depends upon securing a stellar empire that spans far and wide. To that end, a cadre of wealthy investors have offered to pay 500 billion credits into our imperial treasury if we expand our territorial holdings to a minimum of 3 different solar systems. Okay. Oh, this chap's back. Telling us about the samurai bears. So they want us to basically get another world, I think, which I'm fine with. So we'll do that in four turns time. We'll build another colonizer and see whether we can claim some more space. So what I'm thinking with this ship is let's bring it back. You know, it is out of fuel now. And indeed this one is out of fuel. I thought it would get a little bit further. Oh well. Let's end the turn. Oh, I'm sorry, it is telling me that when it gets, I think, over here, it will be out of fuel. It's not out of fuel just yet. So, okay, so our territory has expanded to encompass those worlds. So our influence is increasing here. So maybe we can flip that ordnance center, which would be particularly useful. So okay, he's now going back to the nearest fuel source, which will be that station there. So if we can build one out here, it will just open things up for us. Maybe nobody's out here. Maybe there's a hidden little world that we can nab. Okay, so that's just the crystalline fleet, and we've constructed the Hopeful. Okay, let's go now with a colony ship and see whether we can secure more worlds. But how's this world getting on? So we finally got 2 people, but they're not really achieving very much. I suspect, I tell you what I'm going to do actually, guys. I'm going to leave those guys produce enough food just to sustain themselves. And before we go into the colony ship, let's build another freighter fleet and see whether we can do something with the food to support this colony from Sol, from Earth. Okay. Oh, hello. It's precious metals field. Okay, so let's see how we get on. Definitely not auto-resolving these fights, and I think the last setup worked for us. So let's see how we get on. Let's begin the battle. Hold our smaller ships in reserve. Gosh, that was loud. And see in particular how the Hopeful responds. Okay, let's go. So opening up with those iron components. Oh, very good. Took them out very efficiently. Doing a bit of damage on that. Just looking at the beam rake across the side of the ship. Really nice. But the audio is very loud. I think I'm going to have to turn that down, guys. But what I will do is I'll do that in between videos. We'll leave this one there, having successfully defended the Earth twice now. Maybe we should actually go out, send some ships to see whether we can stop these guys from continually harassing us. But we'll explore that in the next video. Thanks very much, guys. See you next time.